The following video just kind of looks at the idea of quizzes and how you might create them within the learning platform. Um, within any class, you've got this thing called assignments and quizzes down the side, so you might not have looked at this before. You click on this, and this is two different types of things. Either A's are collecting in a piece of student work, like submissions, or Q's are things like quizzes. And I can go add a quiz if I click on the little sidebar arrow. And this takes you to the server creation page where you have settings on the right-hand side, and you create questions over this side. So here I can just type in the name and then add a question. And when I click on this, I get this bottom option. And these are the 6 types of questions you can have. So something I just prepared earlier is this quiz here, which at the moment has got 3 questions. And I can drag these up and down so I can reorder these questions. So what I do essentially is click on multiple choice. I get this quick pop-up. And so I can add multiple options here, questions at the top. And really nicely, I can give feedback to the students if they get the correct and incorrect answers. And they all see this at the end. So this quizzes, generally speaking, are self-grading. So student does it, it will give them correct and right-wrong feedback as they go through. Except if you have what's called a subjective question, which if a kid types in a piece of text, then you have to go in and grade it. But then you press publish for students to see their results. A nice sort of workaround and a nice sort of time saver is in most questions, in all questions, this insert button. So you could even insert a code or video, so you could grab a video and ask a question about a video. Or most commonly, I always want to insert an image. And so I could pick up ask a question about a graph, or ask a picture about a cartoon perhaps. Or a sneaky thing you can do is old IB questions, or even sort of new GCSE. Take a screenshot, so Command Shift 4, and just say here, you go back to the learning platform. It's one of these. Screenshots and press open that one. And this is the question here. So instead of having to type in all the answers, I can trick it and just go A, B, C, and D. And if I remember this question correctly, the answer is C, so I can select that. I can have more than one answer if I wanted to. I have to trick it into having a piece of text in here, so I usually just put a dot. Write feedback, so there's like a type in some comments. If I wanted to there, just paste in things and change this around if I wanted to. And question, and this will add it to the list of my questions here. Make sure I save it. And so just showing some other ones, so true false looks like this. Question, I can insert things again, the same right and wrong feedback. Match the following is quite useful. There's a list on either side and students choose from the drop downs to match up the answers. And you've got the same right and wrong feedback. Be good for vocabulary, for instance. Or this is the text one, so if you want to, you kind of mix up your quiz by having a sort of a sentence type answer. So a student has to type in something which you see as a teacher. That means it doesn't automatically mark the quiz. That's the trick you need to be careful about. So generally, if you want to just keep to multi-choice, then you can give the right and wrong answers, and then it will grade it itself. Once you finished it, and you make sure you publish it, you can send a notification to students that the quiz is there for them to take. You can set dates when it's available. This is really nifty, so I can share it and put it into 2 different classrooms at once. So, and it collates the results into one big spreadsheet, which I can filter back and forth. And multiple submissions under submissions. I can have time limits if I really want to, number of submissions. Really advanced, I can give a subset. So if I've got 20 questions in my set, I can just pick, say, 8 of them to for each student to go at a time. So they just do a shuffled order of the questions. So that's essentially what it looks like. And if I view the quiz, make sure I press save first. View the quiz. This is what I see as a teacher once students have started to do it. So these are students in my class. This will record their score. If I need to, I have to publish it once they've done it for them to better see the results. If I preview the quiz, sort of online sort of questions, true, false. This is the open one where I have to type in some information. This is the match them up. And this is the diagram question with the A, B's and C's. So that gives you a quick idea of what it looks like. Okay, so that's essentially making the quizzes.